continuous time and discrete time signal. For example, if somebody asks me a question like this, how many numbers are there between 1 and 2? What will be your answer? Is that 10 numbers? No. Is that 20? No. Is that 100? No. Is that 1000? No. We know that there are infinitely many numbers are there between 1 and 2. For example, it can be 0.5, it can be 0.000000005. So there are infinitely many numbers are there between number 1 and 2. So that is why the number line is a continuum. We can see that the number line are not just dots. They are a line, they are a continuum, because there are infinitely many numbers are there between the numbers 1 and 2. Now, why that is important? So let us ask the second question. What is the smallest unit of time? What is the smallest unit of time? Is that second? No. Is that millisecond? No. Is that microsecond? No. Is that picosecond? No. We know that there are infinite values possible between 2 seconds. That is why time is also a continuum. There are infinitely many frames in between 2 seconds. For example, if you are recording your life using a camera which can take infinitely many number of frames in 1 second, then you can see that there are so many frames between 2 seconds. So time is also a continuum. Why this is very important? This signal is known as the continuous time signal. Here you can see there is an x-axis and y-axis. The x-axis is time t and the y-axis is x of t. You can see how the signal x of t is plotted on this particular graph. A signal that is completely specified for a continuum of values of time is called a continuous time signal. Here time is continuous. Even if you zoom this portion and go zooming in and zooming in and zooming in, then there are values specified. Okay, even values specified for nanoseconds, even values specified for picoseconds. Even if you zoom in and zoom in and zoom in inside the time axis, you can see that the amplitude values of the signals are specified. So that is the definition of a continuous time signal. A signal that is completely specified for a continuum of values of time is called a continuous time signal. Now, what are some examples of continuous time signals? The best example is the AC voltage, which is coming to your home from the power generating stations. It is at 230 volt and 50 hertz, right? So this is the best example of a continuous time signal. These continuous time signals are processed using analog electronic components like resistors, capacitors, inductors, etc. What is the problem with continuous time signal? Why everybody has moved to digital? If you are trying to process these kind of continuous time signals using a computer, okay, using a computer or a digital circuit, there is a problem. What is that problem? We know that computers have only limited memory. Actually, a continuous time signal have infinite number of values possible between the time 0 and 1 second, because there are infinitely many values are there between the time 0 second and 1st second. But computers have only limited memories. We cannot store all these values into the computer memory. So we cannot store a continuous time signal as such into the computer. Now what is the solution? For example, we all have class committee meetings, right? So why there is a class committee meeting? Because we cannot call all the students for the class committee. Then again it will become the same class. Instead, we are selecting some particular students. They will act as the representatives, or you yourself will nominate some students. They will act as the representative of the class. And this process is known as sampling. So this sampling is required to store the continuous time signal into the computers. So we cannot take all the values. We can take only some values from the continuous time signal. So this leads to the second category of the signal, which is known as discrete time signals. Here you can see that this blue color is the continuous time signal, and the red dots, these red dots indicates the discrete time values of the signal. So why it is called a discrete time signal? If you carefully look, we can see that we consider only samples. We are not considering the values at this time or this time or this time. We will consider the values only at some instances of time. For example, 30 seconds, 1 minute 30 seconds, again 2 minutes 30 seconds, like that. you can take sample every hour, you can take sample every second, you can take samples every minute, you can take samples every microsecond, every nanosecond, every picoseconds. That depends on the storage capacity of your computer. So if you carefully look, you can see that the time is discrete here. Time is not a continuum, time is a discrete here. So now we don't care about what is the time period, what is the seconds or minutes or day, whether it is, we will just consider, we will name them with index values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. For example, the first sample is taken as the 0th index, the second sample is taken as the first index, third sample is taken as the second index, fourth sample is taken as the third index, etc. So what is an example of a discrete time signal? You have a generous father and he is some pocket money every day into your bank account, and at the end of the first month you are taking the bank statement, and if you are looking at the bank statement, you can see that that signal is a discrete time signal, because the bank will not take the money put into the account in every second basis or every minute. They will take only day basis, right? So bank is actually sampling the statement, account statement in every day. So this is where stock market values, these are best examples of discrete time signals. So this is achieved by sampling of a continuous time signal. So why sampling is required? For example, you might have seen exit poll in televisions during election. So does that mean that these TV channels will go to each and every individual in the country and ask for to whom you have voted? No. They will select a particular sample of people. From their opinion, they are creating a trend and they are projecting it as the result. The same thing is happening here. Since we cannot store the continuous time signal on a computer, we will take only the samples at some particular time instance to represent the signal. And these signals are known as discrete time signal. I hope it is clear.